until you don't move into AVM 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I think you only asked about the action script thing, right? Yeah, to be very frank, it's coming. It's around the lines. It will come soon. And yeah, so you can do a lot of action script tree development. Right? So can we break for coffee? Or okay, last question. I can take this and yeah.
I'm the guy who.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to put forward any business statement.
No,
my personal opinion. Yeah.
So essentially, I'm from a Silverlight background, but pardon my ignorance. I just wanted to know if you have an existing SWF, what is the kind of effort required to port it into a flashlight mode?
That's the device, isn't it?
Yes.
It's nothing. Connect to the USB, transfer the zip file. If flashlight is there on the phone, it will run.
There is no significant changes required to the file as such.
Significant changes is that you have to publish it in a flashlight 3 profile, and that's it. But yeah, as I showed in several slides of mine, Flash 10.1 is on its way, and in some phones it is already there. So if Flash 10.1 comes, you can actually code action script 3 and desktop file and run on the phone itself.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next, what we will do is we'll create one small, I will not say it's an application, but it's a small script file where I will show a small workflow, how it happens, how you open the Flash ID, how you create it, publish it, code it, and then publish it. And yeah, so that is the basic workflow here. So we'll create this small application, which will, firstly we'll see how to set up it for the mobile development. We'll create the action script animation, not screen-based animation. And we'll add some interactive sound into it so that you can get a feel of how easy it is to do. And we'll publish it as the one. Thank you. So this is okay. The application is already written here for me, but what I do is I'll step by step show you with a new file. So okay, this is pretty much the Flash ID. How many people have worked with this ID? I know a lot of people, but okay. And how many people know what is Flash stands for? You know, right? Okay, fine. So this is the ID when it opens at a very basic state. You can change the layout of it depending on your requirements. This black thing here is basically the stage. So if you just click out of it, the gray area is out of stage. So it's like if you are in theater, you don't see anything else. This is a stage. That is why it's called a stage. Whatever is put here will be rendered in the layer. Okay. If you put anything here, it will not be seen. But yeah, you can, I'll show you things why those things are required. Okay, so this is the stage. You can see the properties panel here, and these are the stage properties here. So if you click on this, you can change the color. So I have chosen a black color. You can change it to blue, and can do. One thing to keep in mind is putting color here does not mean an opaque background with just a color. If you want an opaque background file, you have to put a shape of the same size at a background layer. I will show you. Okay, this is a stage. This is a timeline, very important and feature of Flash, which other development platforms don't have. This timeline was something which was the first thing which came into Flash. If you retrospect to where Flash came from, Flash was made for small web animations. And in the animation world, there's this concept of timeline and frames, where you create moving, static pictures, put it in a frame-based timeline, and you can see a moving you can get that cue. That's what animation comes in. In Flash, you also have things like layer. Here, okay, let me. Okay. So here, this is layer number 1. You can keep on adding layers, and the bottommost layer is the actual bottommost layer. So whatever you place here will be at the bottom in terms of depth. Okay. So you can place objects. If I were to create an object here, I'll place this thing on the first layer. Okay. And these numbers are the frame numbers. So I am all in one frame. Because since I am not doing a timeline-based animation here, I don't require more than one frame here. You can do away with that also, but that is a bit more advanced. So you can have your objects in the library. There is a library section here, and if you see there's a ball here and there's a sound file here in the library. So if I wanted, I could have linked this ball, moving clip it is called, of the library, and I could have called that ball inside the stage at runtime. So right now I've done it manually. So there are two options available. So yeah, and you can place another object on a top layer, and if you just change the color of this, you can see that this is a different object in a different layer, and those are two different layers. Visually it will seem like the same plane, but there are depths there. So that is something you should know. Okay, here I will just use one layer. Typically there is an actions layer. So if you see, I have some function here. I will put it in the top layer. Actions. In Flash, unlike other development platforms, you can put your code in various places. It's not, it's not a single, kind of notepad kind of thing where you keep on writing the code and do that. So here, I have done it explicitly to show that apart from the frames, also you can put action somewhere else. So the first and most important part is the frame where you can put the action. So wherever is your frame, when the timer hits that frame, that action is executed. Right? So that is the frame-based thing. The other place where you can add action is the object extension. So if you see, this is here, it shows property. It's a movie clip. Okay. In Flash, there are some interactive objects. There are three kinds. I'm not going into those details because it's out of context here. But yeah, movie clip is, I would say, the basic building block of any interactive application. You create a lot of movie clips. It's sort of you can think of it from the OOP perspective. You create one movie clip, keep it in the library here, if you see, and you can drag multiple instances of the same ball here. Right? So you don't have to draw it again and again. And when it is on the stage, same analogy with the OOP, you can put different instance names to these balls. So you can interact with them differently. Fine. Okay. Now to go forward, the first thing to keep in mind whenever you create a content is what is the end goal? How will the actual application look like? Okay. So here I have in mind that okay, I'll create a ball. When I launch the file, it will start moving, and the four sides of the player will be like walls. It will hit upon a wall and it will come back at the negative angle. Right? So that is my objective here, and you keep on doing that. Okay? And for the sake of some interactivity, what I do is whenever this ball hits the wall, I'll play a sound like tuck, tuck. So you get some interactive sound out of it. So that is the whole thing in this exercise. Okay, so as I said,